Okay. Um, had an alright day. Taking it slow. Alright, let me mute this. Taking it slow. Since I had a bad week last week, I want to start off the month on a good note. Yeah, just kind of building up a cushion kind of for the month / week, yesterday and today. So, ended plus 2R. Only traded X and AMD. X was an okay trade, but I would say unnecessary. And if you actually look at it, oh no, I did wait 4 minutes, but oh well. Not a bad trade, but not what I'm looking for, I think is a good way to put it. I'm looking for that setup, but not at the time I took it. It was too late. I took it at 10 o'clock, but I'll get to that in a second. We'll start at TD Ameritrade. So TD Ameritrade, I traded short. All these brokerages are getting killed because Charles Schwab said they're announcing a zero commission trades. So it's free to trade. So, oh wow, I didn't actually, did we go to a, oh wow. So, we'll get to it. So obviously we're extremely weak all day. I mean all morning, trending down. Harmonious down on every chart by a lot. And when we opened here, I was actually going to take it right at the open because it was just hovering there. But I gave it a second. Once I saw us come back up, touch this level again, I entered in short. And this is actually, I didn't realize this at the time, but this isn't exactly the setup I want. I want the first 2 or 3 candles to be lower on each. To be the same, hit the same price or be lower. And this actually was 2 cents higher than the first one, which is kind of a mistake on my end. But now we know, I guess. So took it short. Risk was right there. Came up, tested it. Or I took it short after it tested this level. Entered. This candle opened up strong. I thought I was maybe going to get stopped out. I didn't. So this is a good add-in for me. This isn't too soon. It's, I would say, pretty much at the right time. So once we see these 2 wicks, I took this entry right at the close of that candle. Once we see the 2 wicks above the 9 moving average, I double my position, and my new stop is then above this right here. And once this shows to be an important level, that's my new stop. So once I entered in here, stop right up here, around break even of this, so I was still risking less than 1R. Then once I took this first partial, above this was my stop. Above this level that was formed. So 2 to 1. This was like a little bit more, 3.5 to 1, and then this was like 3.8 or 9 to 1. But I took it the whole $1.36 because it was looking pretty weak. We came back a little bit. Big volume. I just got out. I thought it was pretty hard for it to trade much lower, is what I was thinking in my head, since we're down 22% or so at the time. So it was a 1.5 or 2.8R realized trade. Good trade, limiting myself to just a couple. But then we went on to X, which I'll go over what X showed in the like right at the open, and it was a perfect setup. Perfect setup, exactly what I like to see, what I like to trade on my orb up. My opening range is up, but I was already in the TD Ameritrade trade, unfortunately. So, exactly what I look for. Strong, opening candle. The wick's is a little bit big, but it's not the end of the world. And then on the next 2 candles, we have low volume, and we retrace 50% of the opening candle onto the moving average. Again, with like harmonious chart long, where we don't really have anything in its way. We did have a daily candle, a daily moving average in the way, but we were past that at this point. So I was debating exiting my TD Ameritrade trade to enter right here. I was watching it. Once I saw this candle not make a lower low than this, I really wanted to exit that trade to enter this one, and it would have been great. I would have entered at, we'll say the break of this candle is generally where. So 86, we were to risk 15 cents, and we would have got, a little bit more than a 4.5 to 1. So this would have been the better trade, but I was already in one, didn't want to exit it to enter this. So I just stuck with what I was in. But this is, just going over it one more time, a perfect opening range breakup. Exactly what I look for. Strong opening candle, above all moving averages. Retrace 50% of that strong opening candle on lighter volume. And that's exactly what I look for. And once this formed, this was the entry. Once this candle ticked over with a stop below this candle. So it missed it by 1 cent. But I didn't take it, and I ended up taking this, which I'm not even too, I'm okay with. This in my head wasn't like looking for a big move. It was a little scalp type of trade, where I was going to enter here and hopefully just get a 2 to 1, all in, all out. So when this hammer formed above the pullback support that we got stuck on, off the 9 moving average, I took it long. Again, we were super overextended. We were 9% up at this point, which is kind of a mistake on my end, but so be it. We broke the high of this hammer. I entered. I got kind of a bad fill, and then it gapped down maybe 5 cents, and I missed my exit by a little bit. So I lost a little bit more than I would have liked, but I'm not. At least I stuck to the plan, just it was a little bit too late in the day. See, at 10 o'clock, I should be taking these earlier than 10, 9:40, 9:45. This isn't really a 10 o'clock trade. 10 o'clock, I'm looking for wedges, maybe a reversal, even though I suck at them and I try to not trade them. But this is what I took it. It was a loss, plus 2R on the day. Just building up the cushion for the month. Thank you guys. I will see you tomorrow.